Hello, Chad. Hello, Dave.
Does he
Thank you
look?
for subbing. And for the rest of you, I don't know why so many of you, I don't know how that happened at the same time, or if you gifted one. I don't know what just happened. It doesn't say someone gifted.
Nice.
Who gifted?
How does
Whoa.
my boy look?
It's funny corn time. I was gonna put Cord in a suit, but I have been in ouchie pain, so I decided not to.
I'm gonna stay well.
Let me read over the rules. I remember them.
Oh, hi.
Oh.
Man, my boy not happy. No.
No, he doesn't look happy. I can assume why he's not happy.
Let's go. Depression RP. Okay.
That's the best. Yeah. We love depression RP.
On a serious note, especially when the character is already mentally unstable.
That do be how it is.
Let's go.
Yeah. The Discord rules the same as the RP rules. Lobby rules. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Okay, there we go. Beep, 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 beep. Yes. It does. Honestly, I might just find a more like chill looking thing. I'll look around. Might end up just being like a nice shirt and some pants or something.
The cartoon man, Mr. Indagas, is here.
What's that? Just got scared. Okay, fine.
What?
Silly me. I almost knocked over very
Hi, Dylan.
important cups
Hi.
on the desk.
I'll be good for that.
It's them. You're so
Don't
cute.
do that.
Hi, Andy.
Goldfish.
First day. They are. Are they a fish? I thought they were like a Digimon.
I don't know. I mean, we got like
Maybe
fish
they
fins.
legs.
Alright, if you guys want anything, could be some unknown deep sea creature that came to the surface.
Okay, Andy.
You know those like really big fish with like the big choppers? What are they called?
Calm down. Settle down, alright?
Why does go for the thing that?
Okay.
Yes.
So I
They're like
didn't
an
get
anglerfish,
much sleep
'cause they have,
last
like, a
night.
little thing.
I figured.
Could
Already
be.
like
Holy
any
vodka.
creature, I'd be an anglerfish. Those bitches look like ankle biters.
Our first drinks are free.
Maybe I shouldn't pick
Yeah,
up
what
the
am I
luggage
getting?
after all.
I'm not stinky.
Mind if we sit down for a bit?
Dramatic research how's everything else been going. What are
Have
you
you
up to?
seen
More
my
than
father?
happy for that. Let's go
Hello.
Maybe
Huh?
I have.
You seem very
Oh.
sad.
Hey, but
Where is my father?
Oh, fuck. Go there, that way.
Go, go,
back. I'll be back.
Go.
Sounds
Go.
cool. I really should know
I
what
was
it is. 'Cause
very
technically, I'm a
confused.
witch, but that sounds like a lot of weird. I don't understand yet. Meg hasn't taught me potions yet. It's confusing stuff. I read a book on potions before.
Oh,
I don't really understand like what goes in what and like what you grind up and like
You get to?
Gonna be okay, little one.
I'm just saying
Little one.
somebody
to put like
attacks as well, but
potion at to like make sure that
fine,
it
I'll
doesn't turn into
why is
something.
everyone very sad today?
But it's
It's
confusing.
a
What
lot
if I like
of
make
chunks
one
to
long
deal
drink
with.
and then maybe I make it stronger or make it
Oh.
apparently I'm going to be
or
playing
maybe the book
kindergarten
is like
now
completely
for
wrong and I make
kindergarten
a potion
teacher.
of poisoning.
That's right. Just follow the instructions and
I
make
don't
sure
know
it's
what
What
to
if the
do
instructions
with
are
that.
wrong?
So.
What if they're telling me lies?
Ah.
The book lies to me sometimes, maybe.
Take your medicine.
Yes,
Maybe.
they're very.
I will. I will.
I am not taking care of any other kids. I have my own to deal with.
That is the
I'm
realest
also
shit
here
I've
to
ever heard in
work
my
for
life.
like the
I'll
sake
just-
of my
For context for
family.
the
I
chat.
just do it
I'll
not
get it
want to,
over
so
with.
I'm not doing it either.
The real question is how many kids you have.
A fairly prevalent character
One.
within Metaverse
I feel
has
so bad for you.
pr-
How old are they?
probably died.
She
It sounds like they're
is-
dead.
Oh god, she's like a month old.
So that's why a lot of characters are very emotional.
I have 3 kids who are
What's your
all
high school? Oh yeah, he's dead. Okay.
old, and I still have to deal with them. I feel
Trash
like
is dead.
I would cry.
You've seen him around before. I know that you have, chat.
Oh!
He's the guy with the trash can head,
Take to the stage to get something the matter?
who's very silly and like a really fun character that none of my characters personally know,
Teacher for kindergartner kids in
Some people just ran out.
but
Oh, do you want this stage or?
is a very neat character. And I always like their avatars.
No.
We have an outside stage.
What is that?
We do have an
Like,
outside
that like
stage.
one
No
move in Mortal
uses it,
Kombat
though.
where they like rip through the spine. I want to learn how to do that one day. That'd be sick.
You might want to
I
maybe
mean,
wait
there's
a
a
little
Colin
bit
Ball
longer because
technique.
I think a bunch of people just ran outside for some reason. And I know Fable's talking with Indigo in one of the private rooms.
He's here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he looks.
Thank you for letting me know.
terrible.
I'll wait.
And welcome to your first day of working. It's gonna be a very quiet and somber day.
Yeah, I noticed.
Okay, you alright? Okay, I'm good.
What?
Also, hey, oh.
You said who?
I can tease you. You can start the show.
Tease me?
Huffing and
You said
puffing.
Tease
Yeah.
me? I'll murder
Yeah,
you.
he's
But I
a
can't because you're
very
like a good
Undertale-based
swing and I can't do
character.
that. I don't remember those things.
Hi, Sir Fantasies. I hope you had a good nap.
If you want me to bog them for you, I can.
Listen, listen.
What about
What is
making ice
happening?
cream out of a person?
What the fuck? Hello?
No.
What's with you? Trying to make a meat smoothie out of somebody. What's wrong with you?
No.
We talked about
One
that
of
like
my
2 years ago as well.
It's not about me. I'm doing my fucking job. No, one of my guildmates is a huge
Dylan, I'm just
cook.
gonna-
Like, he likes
I'm just gonna walk around and
cooking,
make sure nobody's doing anything
monsters.
weird.
Yeah, by all means.
I don't
I need you to re-say what
I don't
you
know what
said.
else to do in this situation.
A guildmate of mine likes
No,
to
you're
cook
fine.
monsters, like, you know, you would find in dungeons and stuff, right? Well, he found a recipe in a way to actually make a ghost turn into ice cream.
It really never gets easy. At least not as long as you keep caring.
The chow is sad. And I have to be like not emotional about it, and it's really hard. Cause the chow is sad. Being a very empathetic person, trying not to be very empathetic is very hard. The chow, the little chow. There's a little chow that has been going around. And they're sad. And it's making me sad. They're a little chow. They're just a little guy. Yeah, the one sitting with Ezzo's character. Cord feels so weird not in full body, but I can't put on full body today. Because I did a silly. I exercised yesterday. And I did like more exercise than I am at all used to. So certain parts of my body have been very much pain. So I need to just kind of be able to sit and stand whenever I want to. I mean, Cord knows what the situation is. She's been informed. She has been told that it's, Trash died, because she saw in staff chat. Yeah. I'm also probably going to be playing Ring Fit. Because I have Ring Fit, and I started playing it, but I haven't played very much. So that's going to be another thing I'm going to be doing. It's not an egg. Yeah, Trash died. Now, apparently, it's allegedly he's not fully dead. He might be able to come back, but the player has not determined that fully yet. But the player has confirmed he is dead, but they're not going to bring him back unless they can find a not, like a fun way to bring him back and not a not fun way to bring him back. But all anybody in character knows is that he's dead. So there's like a possibility that he'll come back, but we don't know. Because that's entirely up to the player. Yeah. Yeah, this is all secondhand as well. I just knew him from Misty and healed him. Oh. Cord doesn't really know him much at all. She knows of him, but she doesn't really know him. Trash is a prevalent character. They're based off of Undertale. You've definitely seen him before if you've watched any of my streams or Depressive streams. Like I've said, skeleton man with trash can head and a yellow t-shirt. He's in most of the lobbies. He goes to like most of them. A lot of people know him. And a lot of characters are fairly close to him. He's a really cool character. None of my characters are personally close to him, but it's because I haven't really been doing as much RP stuff for me, for meta. I believe he was also staff for the Pokemon RP. Yeah. So very, very prevalent character. A lot of characters knew him. So a lot of characters are being affected. A lot are very sad. Skull, would Cord know if Kleptus is, like, upset at all? If you are still here. She hasn't actually been to Wicarium in a long time, so trying to have her familiarize a little bit before she needs to talk to Fable about a interaction she had on the comms. Because she's gonna wanna talk to him about that. Even though at the same time she's gonna be like, hey, I know this is a bad time, but yeah. He's not the only Skelebro. There's a lot of skeletons. But he was one of the few very consistent skeleton players. Neat. I like that, Picasso. There's him, there's Bonefather. Edwis isn't upset, but he probably would have been a little bummed for a few minutes after eating on that ground. Okay. Well, Cord would be there in her weird way regardless. No, there really aren't that many. It's because skeleton models aren't like easy to find. There's not a lot of good ones. And there's especially not a lot of good ones that have skulls. A lot of the nice bones do not have skulls. So skeletons are hard. Because the only options you really have with skeletons is ones that are game models, and ones you get from scratch, because there's not a lot made by private creators. Yeah. So they're kind of hard. I've kind of wanted to do a skeleton character for a while. The hard part is that I can't find a lot of model stuff. Yeah. Rib cages are a little more complex. That's also another problem, is genuinely I've seen a few skeleton models that I was like, ooh, I could use this. And then I looked at it and I was like, that's anatomically incorrect. It's like, that's really anatomically incorrect. I was like, oh boy. That doesn't work. So, yeah, you have to look at video game models mostly, and a lot of them are pretty low poly. Of the ones that are decent. Yeah, I've seen some full body ones on Booth, but they don't have heads. That's the problem, is nobody knows how to make an anime skeleton with a skull.
I know Warren's runs it is not a two-person team.
So it's really hard. A little difficult. The library's that way and the stage is that way. So let's hop this way. There's also there's some from Unity, but again, those are sometimes not the most reliable because they don't necessarily have a rig that will work with VRChat. It's a lot of weird. A lot of the nicest ones you can find are unrigged. And skeletons are surprisingly hard to rig. Like, you would think a fleshy person would be harder to rig and weight paint than a skeleton. You would be wrong. You would be incorrect. Flappy ear, flappy ear, flappy ear. Okay, so that just goes up to a pillar. What's the 3D base? Yeah. I'm guessing that that building is closed based on the fact that it has no path to it, but let's see. Because I thought the library was in there. But yeah, the library is in there. Why is... I think that was closed. The library's in there. What? Confusing. You found one. Oh my god. Congratulations. One day I will make a skeleton. It'll happen. Oh, apparently the library's... Yeah, that's the library. But the library was inside, I thought. This is the stage. I'm just kind of peeking around at stuff right now. I'm just kind of peeking stuff. I'm just looking. Anything I feasibly use for my fey moose? Yeah, there's not a lot of mooses. Not a lot of mises. No, not a lot of them. Okay. Oh, there's rugs. That fire sounds? Maybe, maybe not. No. That was a figment of my imagination. I just imagined the fire sounds. A fuse! Light the fuse. Running! 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 Thank you. I'll look at it. What's the benefit of an unrigged skeleton? Someone you can take. You can be aggressive, but it is kind of you're right and wrong at the same time, because bones do kind of squish and stretch. They just don't, like, the bone doesn't necessarily every time. Bones are weird. Bones are really weird. Oh, that does take you to the library. Wow. Yeah, there's twisty bones. Your spine is a little complicated because it does bend. There's stuff you do have to worry about, but it's not as intense as skin necessarily. It's just different. So they're kind of complicated. They're kind of hard. Mostly they're hard to, like, rig. That's the hardest part, is actually rigging them yourself. Where's the door? Oh, right, it's all the way up. You gotta go up the stairs. You gotta go up the stairs. I don't really know how these buildings connect, 'cause they're really far away. But I'm not gonna ask that question, 'cause That's complicated. And it's probably explained by magic. It would be cool though. If I saw a skeleton that had them actually twist, the bones actually twist, I would like freak out. I would actually kind of freak out. I'd be like, "Whoa, that's so cool." I'd be really impressed. Is basically what I'm saying. I'd be super impressed.
Sound like I feel like I was gonna have to hit overdrive.
Sorry, had to use code language there for a second.
I'd be super big impressed, and I would be like, "Wow, that's awesome."
I mean, total professionals. Everyone here, totally professionals.
Yes.
We never screw anything up.
I have.
It's not right.
I never got your name.
Water.
No. Couldn't be.
It's all anywhere else.
Oh wait, here.
You want a fruit roll up? You want a
Yeah.
fruit roll up?
Yeah.
Alright. What flavor you want? I got raspberry, I got strawberry, I got the blue one that I don't know the name of, but I like the blue ones. I have the watermelon.
Umbra, that's
Want the
not
blue
an
one?
option. Umbra Cleptus isn't here. He can't give you that.
I guess I'm your
I just want to come over real quick because I turned around and the only thing I saw was just you two pointing at each other.
I did not. I said
That's the only thing.
smaller-ish.
I mean, okay, well,
And I'm like 4'5", okay?
you know what? You're
It's
really
pointing.
pointing at me with real aggression.
Yeah.
It is. It's real aggression of pointing.
It's a full point.
I don't know. Fuck.
It really is.
When I went to my
I
psychiatrist, they told me I'm 5 foot. Or 5 foot. 5 to 4 foot.
It's nothing but.
I don't know what
Yeah, you know, the whole time I had that conversation with Aether, it wasn't about my like traumatic like history that I had. It was all about my height.
This is why I
Do you
don't
think
need
this is
fingers.
like a, do you think of it just like, is it like a really better like fist bump?
It's everything.
Or something.
It's everything.
It's filled in by your imagination. I don't need fingers.
That makes more sense.
It's actually better without them.
That is true, actually. That is more true.
That means you have no idea what I'm doing, so you're just imagining it. And then whatever I'm doing can't possibly be offensive.
Good evening, everyone.
Or is super more offensive.
May I have your attention?
I'll get going, Katsu. See you around.
Take care. Last night, a man named Trash sacrificed himself at the Warrens.
Okay, I'm gonna go
Just noticing his group.
over here. Noticing what?
Okay.
I wanted to give the shirt. It gives me the remembrance of like a band.
That's because it is from a band.
I didn't know him very well myself, but
That it is,
I
huh?
did know he was a good man. Cared about people and his family and his friends.
Sleep Token, I think it was.
Yes.
Okay.
Half of the time that you've seen me before, I've been wearing some kind of band
There's a
t-shirt.
song that
That is true.
I wish to sing.
I'm pretty sure you had a Citizen Soldier shirt at one point as well.
Yep. Oh, probably.
I really should get like a band T-shirt at one point.
The money that I had,
Anyways, I'm not gonna talk through there
I
singing.
spent it in good company, and all the harm that I done, alas it was to none but me, and all I've done
Yes? Because Cord has a nub, and she doesn't get rid of it. Hey, Chow. Hey, sad Chow. He's sad, Joe.
So
Sad little
fill
Joe.
to me
Oh, where did he go?
the parting
Sad.
glass. Good night
Oh.
and joy be with you all, and all the comrades that e'er I had. They are sorry for
Oh, damn it. Now I remember I have to make
my
a new Umbra
going
voice.
away,
Again.
and all the sweethearts that
Because they're both a little
I
crazy.
had. They would wish me one more day to stay. But since it calls unto my lot
Yeah.
that I should rise and you should not, I'll gently rise and I'll softly call. Good night and joy be with you all. A man may drink and not be drunk. A man may fight and not be slain. A man may court a pretty girl and perhaps be welcomed back once more. But since it has so ought to be, by a time to rise and a time to fall, come fill to me a parting glass. May peace and joy be with you all. May the spirits guide you and look over your trash.
You ever continually die like that? That's what you wouldn't.
I open the stage to anyone else who wishes to say anything. Don't feel like you have to, though.
Flex kind
That was really nice.
me up.
Forcing this upon you, not deny this.
Ah, no.
Something chocolate would say.
Alright, okay, I'll accept it back. Especially since Logic's letting me crash for a bit. Just for
Hello, everybody.
I think. I don't know.
My name's Lev.
There's old officials. I know where you live now. Even if it was
I'm gonna go outside.
Any
I
trash
mean, you always knew where I
from
lived. Lived like 2 doors
a little
away.
while after he showed up back at our home.
Don't you also have a house in like another city?
There's so much I could go on about, but I'd probably be.
I don't think I need to hear eulogies right now. I am not a funeral person. Or for the fact I know Percy's gonna throw a stupid one. I'd say I don't want one. Percy's gonna throw a stupid one. Hello? I wasn't bending my knees.
That is actually a tailor shop. That's called Surrealist Designs. You could pick up some pretty nice clothes from them.
Just fair warning, it's kind of somber in there.
Oh, great. Okay.
Okay.
Is this about the thing I saw on Metagram?
Probably.
Yeah, I think that probably is.
Noted. Okay.
First drink is free though.
Noted. Should we wait till a different day to exchange the gold? Or...
I'm fine with waiting.
I think you can go ahead, just try and like be respectful, I guess, to the people who are sad.
Noted. Okay, come on.
I don't like run in there and just be like, oh yeah, talk about funny stuff. Cactus cooler. Cactus cooler. Cactus cooler. I remember this. Hello. How are you? A lot of stuff's happening. It's like an impromptu. I think people are having an impromptu eulogies and stuff. And that kind of stuff makes Court uncomfortable. So. Or is just kind of wandering.
Court, have you seen Fable?
Nope. I need to talk to him though.
Fuck. He's picking up Alfie, but it shouldn't be taking this long. I'm gonna go check and I'm gonna shake him.
Okay, I'll be here.
I'll be back. Oh no, there he is.
Oh,
what?
Hi.
What? I was bringing this morning. What?
Did you see the thing one of your staff said in comms? I just wanted to make sure, like, I'm not being crazy.
Which one?
The response to you talking about me.
Let me.
You can tell me if this is weird too, Dylan.
I'll join. Please don't drink any alcohol, beverages in the forge. I'm fucked.
Like the first message after when you
I
put
missed
out.
it? Oh, really? First one?
Yeah, it was like the first response.
Oh, yeah, no.
We have drinks on the house the rest of the
Yeah,
day.
that's gross, right?
I want you to know. Yeah, you can beat the shit out of him, by the way.
Cool.
You can.
Great.
He'll take a beating.
Should we have drinks?
He'll actually genuinely just accept it.
Well, no,
Just
he
take the
didn't.
beating.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, he didn't?
Because I told him, like, I responded to it and said, first of all, you. And he was like, oh, well, it's your fault for taking it that way. So I just wanted to, like, make sure that I'm not being stupid before I probably beat him up.
Yeah, he's being an idiot.
Okay, great, cool.
He's just being an idiot. Hold on, let me just point at him, and then he'll know to get his ass down here.
I'll let you figure it out, honestly. That probably shouldn't be a first impression. Like a great first impression. Let me just make an incest joke at somebody. Yeah, that's the best thing to tell somebody the first time they come in.
Yeah.
But I don't want to like.
He's a good worker. He's loyal, but he's also really fucking stupid. Sometimes.
I don't want to mess with Fable shit. But also, I'm not gonna let somebody make an incest joke at me. Because that's gross.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
did pass by when he said that. I think it was just meant like staff.
No, it was
Family and staff.
no. Me and Fable are brother and sister.
Yeah.
And generally, when somebody says keeping it in the family, they mean incest. That's like a normal joke.
See, I saw that, and my brain was just family as staff, sort of like a family business. I guess.
No.
What's going on?
I can understand.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know that they meant it that way. I just want to clarify. I don't know that they meant it that way, but Court's taking
but
it that
yeah.
way. Keep
He's
in mind,
an
Court has a
idiot,
very
but
negative.
He has a good heart. I can at least defend him on that. That if you
Leaning
do tell him
brain.
that you didn't really appreciate that joke, he'll be like, "All right, I'm sorry." But he's an idiot.
I'll let him show that because so far he hasn't.
That's understandable.
Like I said, bad first impression.
Yeah. No, I get you.
But that's kind of why I'm letting Fable deal with this, because if I deal with it, it's going to escalate.
Mm.
I will. If I have.
Honestly,
Motherfucker
Yeah,
keeps
no, there's a lot of
stopping,
there's a lot of
walking
other
away,
jokes that they could
stopping
make.
and walking back.
That's a Fable thing to do.
I know.
Fable is a yo-yo.
He can never get away from something.
Just
One day.
yo-yos around the house with Fable written on it.
A pink yo-yo. That's his next Christmas gift.
Turn of it into one.
It's gonna be a pink yo-yo.
It has to be one of those yo-yos that like when you like throw it, it'll come back automatically, and like the inside you can see it and it spins when you do it.
Yeah.
Because I think that might trap his little ADHD brain
Yes.
in the swirls.
Then he'll literally.
He's been watching styrofoam videos lately.
Oh no.
What is a styrofoam video? I love styrofoam videos.
So there are these short videos circulating right now of people taking pieces of styrofoam, usually like boxes and things like that, throwing them over like these like heated wires, and the styrofoam just melts through them and makes tiny little cubes that all fall out at the bottom.
Oh.
It is very satisfying to watch.
Yeah, he keeps watching them.
Don't do it. Don't do it,
He's
Fable.
gonna do it
Don't do it.
again.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Like bought him a fidget toy.
Whoa! He broke out. He broke out. Oh no! Oh no!
He's being fun.
He's being chased.
I'm guessing you've considered buying him a fidget toy or something.
He is a
yeah,
fidget toy.
I know.
Yo-yo. He is a fidget toy.
I got some. I mean, I got some that I sell sometimes. So
He's doing it again. He's doing it again.
He almost succeeded.
He's doing it right now. He's doing it right now.
He almost made his deck save.
Yeah. Alright.
Dylan.
Is that a deck save or is it a constitution check?
I'm not sure.
I think it's Constitution. Hi.
Hey Fable, how you doing, pal?
Doing pretty alright.
You were yo-yoing.
I'm yo-yoing? What do you mean?
You're walking away, then walking back, then walking away, and then walking back.
Because he kept staying at that distance when I was trying to talk to him, walk and talk.
It's funny.
A likely story.
He's been spoken to, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah. He did. I told him to keep that shit. I literally told him like that shit out of context sounds like the worst, and he's just like, "God damn, all right." He actually was being like legitimate, like he's actually happy that family members are being participating a part of Wakarium. That's what he's actually happy about. Like he meant it in an actual logistic.
His response was not conducive to that.
I know. I told him.
Him responding with like, "Oh, you shouldn't have taken it like that." That was not the way to respond that way. Because that just made me angrier.
Let me put it this way. He's not good at talking. He's not a
This
talker.
is why I let
He's a
you
fighter.
solve problems, because if I solve them, I punch people.
That is true. I also reminded. You know what's really funny? He finished my sentence, which is one of the reasons why I walked back. I said one of the most important things, the reason why I hired my sister is because of the amount of experience that she has. And the moment I walked away, we both said, with the purple lotus at the same time, and I turned around and I said, "Dinley, you listen here." You listen here, don't you dare finish my sentence.
Damn it. It's great not having fingers until I forget that I don't have fingers. And then I try to scratch myself, and then I don't have fingers.
Flesh crafting?
What? So did you try to like...
Yes.
Okay.
And no.
Is it like a curse?
I don't have an arm. It got cut off.
Or hand. Hand. Specify.
Nah, the rest of it's missing.
I'm not that
The rest of it's missing.
I'm not that experienced with flesh crafting just
You
yet.
can't see it. I don't want a new hand.
Are you able to scratch your back with your tail? Is it that flexible?
I have Kleptus for that.
No.
That's what he does.
I know that her legs are... No, wait. Hold on a minute. That caught me off guard.
What?
Huh?
I'm going back inside to see how they're doing.
If I can't scratch my back, I live with somebody, and that means they can scratch my back.
Yeah. I get you.
But also, I have a different hand. I have a hand. I also have
Technically,
Umbra.
You could just get, yeah, I was about to say, technically, you could just have Umbra just scratch your back in a really weird way.
Well, I could just stretch my Umbra hand.
Ugh.
Umbra can, like,
It's
stretch
weird.
her fingers. You want to see?
It's weird. No.
Scaly.
I no longer see with my eyes.
I'm gonna come in your house in the middle of the night and just do Umbra long fingers at you.
Ugh.
I'm gonna steal your food with an Umbra long finger.
If I see my breakfast missing piece by piece in the morning, I know you're gonna be there.
Yeah.
That's how I know if you're gonna
I'll
be
be
there.
on the
If it just
ceiling.
disappears piece by piece.
I'll be in the
Oh,
vents.
You fucking weirdo.
Technically, we'll be.
Home too. So I still wish I could
Yeah, I'm going back outside.
give back the favor after you.
I'm going back outside. Yep, staying out here.
They're having their moment.
They're having a funeral.
Yeah.
And I don't do those, so.
I think a wall of remembrance was a great idea. Do you think we should set it up by down that way? Like all the way down that way?
Well, your whole garden is like empty, so you could put it there.
I was thinking I wasn't thinking there. I was thinking like back there where like not many people go. Because they have an entire little small
Are you
island.
Are you talking about the
Stage
other
area.
stage?
Yeah.
You could.
Build a
Right
wall
there.
out there. I mean, I could also do the wall right here. There's nothing on the wall right here.
True.
It basically comes down to how far away do you want. Probably you don't want it to be there, because then people are going to be sitting there depressed. That might look
Yeah,
bad.
because if you do it all the way out there, it should be fine. Because then a lot of people could be down there, have that moment.
I mean, over there, over there. It's probably not super close, so that way you don't have to, like, worry too
True.
much.
Honey, you want to hold on to Alfie?
I need to go blink my
I don't know whether
eyes real
Avatar will
quick.
work.
Well, do you want to take her with you then, back home?
I thought you were bringing her for serotonin for people.
Yes, I was, and then I walked up there and I realized, oh, never mind.
I mean, they'll probably be a little more applicable to it later.
Yeah. Yeah.
But also, you just got them here. How much teleporting can a baby handle?
I don't know. She has my genes.
That's
I
fair.
don't know.
Have you considered
Like,
they could potentially go in between the portal?
haven't thought about that yet. That has not been something I would have put in my head until now.
Congratulations on your new anxiety.
In the in-between.
Congratulations on your new anxiety. Umbra tried to do that with me once. It was bad. I didn't like it.
No one would like it. I still regularly do it. That's because I want to get to places.
To be fair, you don't have any fleshy bits. Well, you do now, but you didn't have any fleshy bits before. You're still like entirely that one thing. They're half
I did it
human.
recently again.
And I was like better with it.
For anyone else.
I don't know what that was. I don't know
Just you.
Yes, I'm letting them know.
Okay, there we go.
Also, just carry her around for like the next like 14 minutes because you have to leave in 14 minutes.
True. I do have to leave in 14 minutes.
Where are you going in 14 minutes?
Oh, I gotta go deliver some stuff to some people. Okay, courier work.
Wow. Very
Resourcing.
detailed. Nice.
Okay. You want me to give you the details? I can give you the details because they're boring to you.
No, I don't. But I think
Exactly.
it's funny to make fun of you.
Alright, I'm going to take her with me now and get ready.
None of you heard it.
Dylan started it. Dylan started it. That was funny.
Oh, good. I'll be back.
So he is leaving. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm gonna go with him, but I also want to get food. So.
Okay. I don't know what I don't know what I'm doing yet, so I'm just gonna do what I'm used to doing, but like avoid the depression.
That's fine. The days will be very much a whiplash since last Tuesday there was like 40, almost 50 people here, I think, and it was very rambunctious, and today is depression.
Yeah. At least it means I don't have to do much because people don't do as much when they're depressed.
Yeah. You also still get free drinks at the bar if you want to get anything in at some point tonight.
I'll be fine. Oh, you know what I should probably do? I should probably set up a cafe-like outfit. That's what I should probably do. I still want the suit that I was thinking of for her. But for working here, it should probably be like a little cafe-like outfit. Like a nice shirt, some pants, and like an apron. I think for cord, like not a full apron, like a half apron. Like one of those like lap aprons. That'd be some cool boots. I do. I might, to be fair, I might have found a suit that I like enough to just go with that one. I found a really nice one. But we'll see. Oh, my bones. My bones. All of my bones. I'm trying to worry about other stuff. It did have tail accommodation. That was the nice thing. The only thing is, it might have to be adjusted a little bit because her proportions have changed. So high-waisted pants might not look as nice on her. So I have to figure out how high-waisted pants will look. High-waisted pants were really good for her previous outfit, but or for her previous body proportions, but now I'm not sure. I'll have to find out. I am already ouchied, so don't worry. I am very carefully sitting and occasionally standing. Because I'm already ouchied. That's why I'm not in full body.
Group join request.
That is because I had to do some role assignment thing to those that are hosts, also our moderators group. Don't worry about it. I'm trying to figure.
Okay. I'm just like,
No, you're good. Yeah, they're not in the Discord. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. I
Also, Margie calms it.
heard from Skull. I was half watching her stream. Just be at 70. Oh. I'm giving somebody who's not watching a heart attack by making all of those noises. As they're just like, my computer, oh my god. Why is it making all the Windows sounds? Because somebody always gets scared when a Windows sound gets heard over stream. There's always one person that's like, was that me? How do you, like, make a security route for this place? Fucking massive. The USB disconnect sound. Maybe it's about time to go back in there. Let's go check on it. I wasn't either. But we're here. At least Court's not specifically sad. Court's just kind of watching other people be sad and trying to, like, figure it out. Okay.
Doing okay?
Yeah, this is.
Doing okay?
This is still about how I left it.
Happening with your aura beyond extreme depression.
Nothing.
Hey, you did good. You did good. It's just like it's gone, or like there's just nothing happening.
No.
Yep.
That's what being kind is about.
What's up, Marge? Marge.
Sorry, I didn't realize I was still unmuted here.
You're good. Let me check my. We're immediately uncomfortable. This is a lot of public emotion.
I'm tired. I'm always tired.
I have later tonight. I get to write. Oh, wait a minute. Huh? Oh, I have to go all the way over here. That way, shit. Fuck, where? I have to go this way. I have to go this way. I remember how you get. How to. Funny. Yeah, you have to go over here. And you go to this door. This door takes you down. There we go. I have to write a 1-page essay about how the Lion King relates to Machiavellianism. Well, I don't have to, but if I do, I'll get extra credit, and I need extra credit because I really want to make sure I get an A in this class before the final, so that way I don't have to take it. Yeah, a 1-page essay is pretty easy, but it's weird because so she gave us like all of these different ones we could write for extra credit, different movies we could watch and then write about. And I was trying to figure out what in class, like, Cord is new security here. She's just now security here. I'm trying to figure out what, like, how to like do Lion King. I was like, what does the Lion King have to do with anything in class? And I was like, oh shit, wait, Machiavellianism. Machiavelli. Yeah, it's her first day on the job, and everybody's sad. And Cord notoriously doesn't know what to do with sad people. Oh, that's true. Lion King is Hamlet. Oh. You're right. Yeah. That should be easy. I'm gonna do that one, and there's some other ones that I have to figure out how they're gonna relate to like political theory and government stuff. Ditch them. Ditch what? No. She's not really so the problem is everybody is sad. So to have Cord ditch, it would basically be Cord leaving. And Cord's trying to be supportive of Fable. Part of why she's here, but also she just kind of wants something to do. Yeah, this is a good time to have decided not to come for the first time. Everybody's sad. Yeah. That's a Cord problem too. Cord doesn't really have a ton of empathy for strangers, which is kind of an issue because I have a lot of empathy just in general, but Cord doesn't have very much, and most of that empathy is only reserved for people she's very close to. Cord's been here before, so it's only an unfortunate for Cord's like first working experience. Yeah, this was on yesterday actually, I believe. It was yesterday during Warren's. Yeah, that's pretty much how it is for Cord. It's just kind of awkward. She doesn't really know what to do with it. Because she doesn't really comfort people, especially people she doesn't know, so she's just kind of trying to avoid it somewhat. That she's not interrupting grieving. Yeah. It's very fresh. For some characters, this is their first chance to react. So this is really important for a lot of the characters. This is a really important time. And that's kind of what, like, Cord is kind of trying to be respectful. She's uncomfortable, and she's also just trying to be respectful, basically. She's not super comfy with lots of public emotion. Even for herself, she's not really comfortable with displays of public emotion. She's getting comfortable with displays of affection, like public displays of PDA. But other emotions she's still kind of struggling with. She's always been pretty awkward with kind of funeral stuff, but this is like a super important thing for them in character. So I just want to know that just because Cord's being poopy, just because Cord's poo-pooing, does not mean that I'm poo-pooing. It does not mean that you should poo-poo. There's no need to poo-poo. This is a very, like, good thing to be happening. And I'm glad that these characters are getting their chances to have this emotional reaction because they should. But Cord is poo-pooing. Yeah, exactly. Here's my card. I'm just let you process. Your course is so cool. I want to know everything. I want to inspect it. I want to know. I want to use my eyeballs on it. Ooh. Yeah. Cord's not great with funerals, and Corona's funeral was particularly bad for her. Is ruining the life of my clients. So don't do that. Yeah. It's you have to have a.
You still have people out there that need you as much as they needed them. So pick up where they left off.
Contextual understanding.
Honor their memory and keep going. Continue to be that light.
Aurora, bye, Aurora.
Oh, hi. Bye.
Just warning you, it's very somber and sad in there.
No, I know.
So.
I saw Metagram.
Yeah. I just, prepare for that.
Okay.
I kind of expected it to be.
Yep. It looks like I'm just gonna have to stretch myself out to make sure that this.
But apparently you get one free drink, so there's that.
No
It's not all
sass
bad.
tonight.
Mm-hmm.
No sass tonight. No blunt.
Yeah, why do you think
Oh,
I'm
no,
out
I'm
here?
sassing people.
That's why
you're
I'm out
sassing
here.
people. Okay, I'll be with you on that then.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna try to be considerate, but well,
I
I mean,
am
you saw my
considerate.
post on Metagram.
Mm-hmm.
Calling people a shit goblin.
I understand, but there's a way to do it within reason.
Yeah. There's some chord stuff that I want to go back and rewatch. Some of the bigger moments. And I'm probably going to use the setting up the Kahoot stuff as an excuse to do that. Jay does a very good female voice. The first time Jay did that voice, I was shooketh. Jay does an amazing girl voice. Jay got range. Yeah. It is a very pretty voice. Yeah. Kirby and Jay both show the importance of tone and inflection, cadence. It does a lot more for you than just modulating the pitch. It's why Chord ends up sounding so much more masculine than a lot of my other characters. Because Chord's, inflections are a lot more masculine than other characters. And Chord's, level of tones usually is different. You disagree. I've thought that Chord sounds the most masculine out of my characters. Which character do you think sounds the most masculine then? Oh. I didn't see what Darkslayer said. Now I see. Yeah. I disagree as well. I think Kirby's femme characters sound very femme. They don't sound like the type of femme that Aurora sounds like. Because typically when you think of men doing a femme voice, they're doing that very high femme, airy voice. But a lot of women sound like Kirby's more tomboy vibe. I have never felt disbelief that Patty doesn't sound feminine. Patty very much sounds like how Patty looks. Yeah. But I can see if that's the comparison you're making, if you feel like it should sound a certain way, that you could have the feeling that it doesn't sound right. Yeah. Patty is their more consistent character right now because Kirby the character has reached their story finish to my knowledge. Kirby doesn't have as much going on as Patty does. Patty has a lot going on.
No, I was just gonna take a quick walk.
Feel more comfortable in
And you know what? You know what?
Dirty
I know.
No, I'm kidding.
Let me see if you have any spectacles in the back that have.
It's better.
Thank you. Let me check in the back real quick. Hi.
Hi.
I'm checking the back for magic stuff.
I am.
Yeah, wait, that means they have to give us things for free.
Oh.
Go up to the customers. Hey, can I get like a vodka?
That is very lucky.
Wait, hang on.
Alright.
It's the Nuka Shine. We're kind of limiting people tonight because we're doing stuff on the house.
All the different drinks
However,
I would
we are
have
gonna let
if people were just giving me drinks for free.
I'm doing good.
Oh. I wanted to
Meant
take a
to rope
photo
my
of
guild into
this, send it to
something
mom,
funny,
and
though.
just be like, "Hey, mom, guess what? I'm allowed to drink tonight," just to scare her.
I see.
Be like, hey, jokes on you, it's
Yeah.
apple juice. No, just kidding.
Young man, pull your pants up, young man.
You can down pitch more without it sounding robotic and weird than up pitch for sure. Some of Morph's characters have been down pitched.
You just wear them. There's like, yeah, that. It's already there. I might as well use it.
Yeah. It's basically constantly doing casting detect magic, so you can see magic and things like that. Yeah, just be careful
I'm
if
like a
you stare.
bright ass kaleidoscope.
Yeah,
I am so sorry.
You're fine. Yeah, so you saw that. If you stare at people, usually they're less bright depending on how magically inclined they are. If you stare at any magic items, like any of the crystals on the wall, they're basically gonna be beacons. Those
Yeah.
should help kind of show you magic if you want to like catalog them as to what type of magic you're seeing. Blue is usually
Yeah, sometimes that's the point, is you want it to sound inorganic.
or white is usually light magic or divine. Purple or yellow is usually lightning. Red is yeah.
I did it once for Ford when she was turned into a guy. I added like a slight down pitch. That was complicated. Using clownfish and voice mod at the same time is weird.
Black is
My shoulders are starting, my shoulder muscles are starting to really hurt. I might not stay much longer, but I want to do more RP. But it's hurting. That might be my end. You can maybe play some Final Fantasy.
the dark like sickly green is like necromancy.
And then blue.
Oh,
Alright,
and
what do I owe you
water.
for glasses?
I'm gonna head out.
50 credits. Yeah, all good.
Okay.
Oh shit.
50 credits.
I know the difference. Yes, but see, here's the problem.
Have a good night, Cord.
What?
I was saying have a good night.
Oh, okay. I'll see you next time.
Yep.
Maybe a little longer.
That's funny.
Why are we milking goats now?
I'll wear something more like appropriate too, probably. In this case, it's not the chair, it's that I exercised, Dave. In this case, it's that I exercised. And it's because I specifically exercised, like, the muscles of the shoulder, like, to armpit area. And it hurt. Very bad. Chords voice has thankfully always been really easy for me. I don't know why. Chords has always been a easy one. Yeah, it's very tender. Accents are a really good way to start with that stuff. Because it doesn't really require you to do much pitching, which pitching can much more easily hurt your voice if you do it wrong. So accents are a good safety net way to change your speaking. I technically Flora's isn't really an accent, it's just a change of cadence and word choice. But it turns into an accent because most Planskin would speak that way. It was still fun to have Linux be trying to do that. Okay, so I have a question for you. Would y'all want to watch a little bit of Final Fantasy, or are we good with ending for now? Because if you don't want to watch any Final Fantasy, then maybe chill. The answer is, I know the answer is almost always a yes with you, Dave. Hear my voice? The answer is yes. Okay. That's a pretty resounding yes. Nobody said no. We'll play some Final Fantasy. Give me about like 5 minutes to get out of VR. 5-10 minutes. And then we will transition to funny Final Fantasy time. There's my BRB. There's my BRB. Okay, I'm gonna get out of VR. I'll be right back. Oh, here, let me get you some waiting music. I know what y'all like to hear.